This is Brad's third win in 2011, his first win here at Bristol. And he moves up to 11th in points. I believe it was 6 weeks ago, maybe 5-6 weeks ago. He was 23rd, 24th in points. And nobody was talking about Brad Keselowski back then for sure. But, Brad, talk about the win here tonight at Bristol. I'm sure this has got to be a real feather in your cap, winning at a track that is considered to be certainly one of the most cherished on the circuit.
Absolutely. What an honor to win at Bristol, and really just have a great car all night long. And we were strong. Man, that first run, I knew we had something for him. And it kind of fell off a little bit after that first restart when Matt and I kind of got together. And I was really concerned from then on. I thought I'd done some damage to my car and hurt it. But we did some more adjustments on it and got it back right. And by the end of the race, we got up to the lead, and the sky was the limit. So proud of the effort. Everybody just kept digging all day long. Last pit stop was good. The adjustments were good. I was driving my butt off, and next thing you know, we find ourselves in victory lane at Bristol. Just amazing. And
Brad, obviously you had already qualified for the Sprint Summer Showdown. And so tonight's win certainly just reinforced that. But you'll be paired up with two fans now when you go to
Two
Atlanta.
fans, really?
Yes, you will.
Does that mean I don't have to finish second?
No. If you win, now the fans will split the $1 million.
I'm just saying I should get something for winning two of the races, like maybe a handicap.
I don't make the rules for that deal. But,
who does make the rules? I got to talk to that guy.
Talk about that Sprint Summer Showdown, because that's a pretty cool deal that you're obviously going to be going for next week in Atlanta.
Yeah, well, it's always an honor to run for some special things, and thanks to Sprint for putting that on. Obviously, would like to win $1 million for charity. That'd be really cool. $1 million for a fan. Wait, is it $1 million for the fan? Well, this is an even better question. Is it $2 million now?
No, it's $1 million, Brad. Just $1 million.
Wow, we got to do some better negotiating there. Get Roger in here. Roger could get it to $2. He could. I'm serious. He's good. But that's great. We're going to have fun with it either way.
Paul Wolfe, crew chief, you've certainly been a important part of this run here over the last 5 or 6 weeks for the number 2 team, and arguably this team right now is the hottest team in NASCAR.
Well, yeah, we've definitely we've kind of got things going for us right now, and it's weird because it's not really doing anything different. It's been a lot of small things over the past couple months, just starting to add up, and we've got fast race cars. The driver's doing his part, our pit crew's doing their part. And we're making good calls on pit road and adjustments. The biggest thing, for me that I've noticed, being in the Cup Series is, these races are a lot longer, than the nationwide races I'm used to. And you got to be able to adjust on your car as the track changes. And, as the race goes on, everybody seems to get better. So I feel like as a team we've done a good job at adjusting on our cars and making them so they have adjustability in them. And we continue to bring good race cars to the racetrack every week, and something that Brad can go out there and do his part.
Let's take questions now for Brad or Paul. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll bring you the wireless microphone.
Come on, Bob Pockers. You got a question.
Mike starts right here, and I'm sure Bob will have one. Go ahead, Mike.
Mike Neff from FrontStretch.com. Probably for Paul. During the race, especially there at the last pit stop, Brad was able to really get on the gas once the jack dropped and passed at least one car, if not two, on pit road. Was that based on – did you make the decision on where that pit stall was based on the timing line so he could do that, or was that just a benefit of how the pit stalls kind of fell out when your decision came around to it?
Well, I mean, every week, everybody, chooses their pit stall off of how they qualify, and, you try to pick the stalls that you think will work out for you. It's all part of the race, and that's where I feel like we've been doing a good job at putting together a whole weekend. It's not always about just having a fast race car. It's about the guys having good stops. They had a fast stop there at the end when it counted, and that was able to get us to get us towards the front row, and then we had a shot at it.
Bob has one, and then we'll go to the press box. Go ahead,
Bob Pocker, SceneDaily.com for Brad. you're only 21 points out of 10th. Is it important to get to 10th, considering if you are in the top 10, you get the bonus points when you start the chase? If you're not in the top 10, you don't get the bonus points.
Sure, it's 21. Who's 10th? Is it Tony? Yeah. Tony's pretty good. He's pretty good at Atlanta and Richmond, and those Richmond we really struggled at in the spring, so I'm really not sure what to expect going back. 21 points is still a lot of points. That means you got to beat the guy by, over 10 positions over the course of 2 races, and beating Tony Stewart by an average of 10 positions over 2 races, that's going to be pretty tough, to be honest. So, I'm just happy with what we've done here tonight, and hate to look too far ahead. But yes, having those points for 3 wins would be huge in the chase. But I don't think we've seen a chase yet where that's mattered. So maybe this one will be different, and maybe we'll be kicking ourselves if we don't get in the top 10 and comes down to Homestead and we lose by whatever points those are. But there's no point in sitting and pouting about it. We got to look forward and continue to do the best we can.
Let's go to the press box for a couple, and then we'll come down and we'll hit both Davids. Go ahead, press box.
Monty Dutton, Gaston Gazette. Brad, since the great coincidental ankle, your average finish is 1.75, and you've picked up 12 position in points. So while you say you're going to be hampered by that ankle till the season's end, it appears you've picked up a great deal of upward mobility in it.
Yes. Is that a question?
It was a feeble attempt at one, but what I was getting at is, with 3 wins and 1 position out, there's a lot of people who are trying to figure out whether to go for consistency or wins.
Sure.
You have more freedom than anybody in there. You're in no matter what.
Well, hell, why not just go for both? I'd like to consistently win. That's what the sport's all about, right? It's been good. I don't. This sport, in its simplest form, is just about winning. And why make it any more complicated than that? If you got cars to win, go out there and win. If you don't, get the best finish you can. And I think you look at Jimmy and the years he's had of success for winning the championships. He wins races in the chase, and you've got to be able to do that. And I'm sure that we could look at this all different kinds of ways and coast into it, or however you want to look at it, or just take all those stupid risks to win a race. But you just do the best you can on any given week, and you try to be smart at it and smart about it, and try not to overthink it. And you'll have great weeks like what we're having here as long as you have a good team, and we've got a great team. I don't think we need to overthink it.
Thanks for making the crummy non-question worthwhile.
Thanks. Anytime, Monty. That's wisdom of Monty Dutton.
Other questions in the press box?
Said that there was no when.
Anything else upstairs?
Hello.
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 Go ahead.
Hi, Lee.
Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Brad, you said that there was never a real moment when the light bulb went on. But that being said, since the two of you worked together, you've won a championship together, so it's not like you guys didn't know each other, even though there was a crew chief change. What has been the biggest change over the last 4 weeks or before the 4 weeks? Is it mechanical? Is it just, have you made any changes to the pit crew? What exactly would you attribute your recent success?
Well, you're looking for like a part? I'm not sure. I don't think anything's differently. I don't know. I really don't think anything's different. Paul could answer better than I did. Maybe he changed something I didn't know about. Are you changing things that I don't know about, Paul?
Anything that you found on the car, perhaps? Any changes to the pit crew? Anything you can point to, Paul?
No, I think it's a lot of things. I've kind of answered this question a lot over the last month, of course, and we've continued to make our race cars better. All the guys back at the shop, from our aero to our chassis shop to the guys building the engines. I think everybody's just been working hard. And then as for myself, it definitely took me a few races to kind of understand, what I needed to do. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are similar to the Nationwide car, but there's so many things that are different. And it took me some time to get my feet on the ground. And then I feel as we've started to go back to tracks for a second time, that's where we've started to shine. Obviously, this is our third track I guess we've been back to for a second time, and each track we've gone back to for a second time, and our results look to be pretty good. So just a lot of little things, and like I said, we've still got more to come, and feel like we still have a lot of room to grow. To be able to compete for a championship, we know is going to be, a tough task, and but something that I feel like everybody on this team's capable of.
Anything else in the press box?
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Brad, did you temporarily forget about the ankle when you jumped off the roof of the car? It looked like you got reminded a little bit when you hit the ground.
Yeah, stupid is as stupid does. But I don't know. It's worth it to win the race.
Let's come downstairs for two, and then we'll go back upstairs. Let's go David and Jim. Actually, that's three. Start here with David Newton and then David Caravello.
I forgot my question. What stupid is as stupid does.
Was that quote-worthy or what?
I will remind that you mentioned the great Tony Stewart. You made up 27 points on him tonight, so 21 over one race is not impossible. But when you look at this streak you've been on, I mean, could you have ever imagined anything quite like this? I mean, like I said, 1.75, as Monty pointed out, is pretty amazing. Those are championship numbers. I mean, is this a championship caliber team now?
I think we have the potential. We have some pieces that I personally would like to see us improve, and I think that's probably a better question for Paul.
Yeah, like I said, we've obviously made gains. We've got more to go. We know where some of those areas are. We need to work. But overall, we're not going to change what we've been doing or how we approach things. I think, like Brad said, the simplest thing is to just go out there and try to win the race each and every week. And we feel like, we have speed in our cars to do that now. And we'll continue to try to make them better each and every week. And just really proud of what we've been able to accomplish, our first year together. So we'll work as hard as we can as we get into this chase, and can't be disappointed in however it does work out. I'm just real proud of what everybody's done so far this year.
Go ahead, David.
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Brad, obviously you guys have stepped it up the last couple of weeks, but you look at some of the other guys you're in this sort of wild card contest with, and nobody seems to want to make up any ground. And I mean, I guess tonight, guys 2 laps down, 3 laps down. I mean, that's a function of Bristol, I'm sure. Sure. Are you sort of waiting on a challenge from some of these guys and wondering when it's going to come, or?
Oh, it'll come.
Are you just looser than those guys are?
This sport works in cycles, and I've been at the bottom of the cycle since I came in, and we're just now getting back to the top. And you got to capitalize when you're at the top, and you got to find a way to win. You got to find a way to get good finishes, and we're doing that. And I know we'll cycle back to the bottom. It's just a matter of time. Every team does, and you just hope that your cycle is at a time where it doesn't mean anything. I think you look at teams like Denny's the best example. I mean, you cycle both ways, and as a team and as a driver, you can just hope that when you're at the top of the cycle, you capitalize on it, and when you're at the bottom of the cycle, that you can somehow find a way to persevere through it. Tony Stewart is not going to run wherever he finished today forever. This is by no means the end of his career. So he's definitely going to cycle back up. Does he cycle up tomorrow, or does he cycle up 4 weeks from now, or more? I don't know, but you certainly can't count on him to not get back to his winning forms.